Hello again, you guys. So our lesson is about the skeletal system. So let's start. First of all, let me tell you that the skeletal system gives the body its basic framework or shape, providing structure, protection, and movement. Now, during this video, I'll be showing you the different jobs or functions of the skeletal system. But let's start by saying that there are 206 bones in the body that also produce blood cells. Produce means make blood cells and store important minerals like calcium. Okay, we're gonna discuss also what kinds of food contain calcium, and they are best for the skeletal system. So these are some examples of bone names in our skeletal system, but you don't need to memorize them like word by word. I just wanted you to see that the skeletal system contains different kinds of bones, and not all of them have the same shape. Some of them are flat, some are tall, some are very short. So just keep in mind that the bones in the skeletal system do not have the same shape or size. So the basic functions or jobs of the skeletal system are, and here I just want you to remember the sentence, should mothers protect babies' skins? Because if you take the first letter from every word here, I pointed them or I colored them with red, you can notice that each word starts with the one function or one job of the skeletal system. For example, S is for shape and support, M is for movement, P is for protection, B is for blood production or blood making, and S for storage, because we store calcium in the skeletal system. So let's discuss these basic or major or important functions or jobs. First of all, you can ask yourself, what would happen if humans did not have bones? Well, we will be looking like a pile of squishy or gooey stuff, just like this sea animal. And you just call him blob because, we'll be looking like a big blob. Now, one major or important job or function of the skeletal system is protection, because the hard nature of the bone, because bones are very hard, this means that the skeleton can protect the more delicate or the softer parts of the body. Those parts are very important. For example, the cranium or the skull protects the soft tissue of the brain. Because the brain is very squishy and very sensitive, it needs to be protected by our skull bone. And the skull also protects the inside of our eyes and all of the parts that are inside our face. Also, the rib cage protects the delicate or the very important part, which is heart, and also the lungs. Underneath the lungs, there is another important muscle. It's the second important muscle in the body, and it's called the diaphragm. It's also protected by the bones of the rib cage. Now, again, the skull protects the tissue or the part of which is the brain. Also, the skeleton or the skeletal system helps us move, because the vertebrae, which are here in or we call them the backbone, they help you bend and stretch and rotate or move your body sideways. Now, number 3, blood production, because inside of our bones there are if you can imagine it, they look like teeny tiny, super duper small factories. We call them blood factories. And this is where the blood is made, because in the circulatory system, the one that we discussed earlier, the blood stays in your body for almost like 3 months. So the blood must be renewed. Your body must make new blood that should replace the old one. And the new blood comes from the inside of these bones, the longest bone, because it has a blood factory inside to make new blood. Also, the skeletal system gives us support because, we need them to stand up and sit straight and stuff. Also, the vertebrae inside your neck here, they support your head because, you know, using them, you can hold up your head or bend your head or move your head left and right. Also, again, the rib cage protects the delicate or the soft organs of lungs and heart. Also, inside your skeletal system, the bones, they store very important minerals like calcium. And calcium can be found in different kinds of food, like, for example, milk, yogurt, cheese, stuff like that. Also in eggs and meat. Now, trivia time. You can ask anybody, how many bones are there in the human body? If he is an adult, you can tell him that he has almost 206 bones. But when you were born, your skeleton had around 300 to 350 bones. By the time you become an adult, you will only have 206 bones. This is because as you grow, some of the bones join together to form one bigger bone. Okay? I left here some fun facts for you to read. And that's it for today. Thank you so much. Stay safe.